news in high definition. The Fox 19 Morning News.
Welcome to Fox 19 Morning News at 7. I'm Jackie Jane.
And I'm Rob Williams. Good morning, everyone. Let's get right to local news this morning.
Yeah, new this morning, funeral arrangements set for twin girls who drowned in Indiana. 2-year-old Shaylin and Jocelyn Spurlock were found in their neighbor's pool Tuesday night in Aurora. Police thought that they were missing, but a neighbor decided to check a pool during that search.
I was over towards the edge, and my wife grabbed her out and ran up with a fireman, and they started doing CPR. And one of the other ones was out a little farther in the water, and we were struggling to get her out. And finally, a fireman just jumped in the pool.
Visitation will be Saturday at the New Hope Baptist Church in Dillsboro from 11 to 2. Funeral services will immediately follow.
And I'm sure you remember this video, a $4 million Indian Hill home reduced to ashes. The fire and investigation following has been the topic of international news outlets. And now Ohio State fire marshals are breaking their silence about what happened almost 4 months ago.
Fox 19's Kelly Rippon is live at the Indian Hill Fire Department with details. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Rob and Jackie. Unfortunately, still not much to say. Now, typically 90 days after a fire like that one that happened back in January, they would have to determine a ruling on whether or not this could potentially be arson. Well, this morning as the sun comes up, we are at day 90, and they are saying that still this is undetermined, and they're going to continue their investigation. So that is the ruling as of right now, and they say this is not necessarily unusual because of the extensive fire that took place on that January morning. You may remember that $4 million home, 22 rooms. It sat on 5 acres. It was completely burned. About 90% of that home was burned, and that's why they are unable to determine where that fire started and what could have potentially sparked it. Now, the Decker family was not home at the time. The family pets were also outside, so no one was injured, but they are going to still continue to investigate this to determine what could have potentially caused that fire. We are live in Indian Hill. Kelly Rippon, Fox 19 Balanced News.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. And you could see the sun starting to come up behind her.
That is right. It's going to warm up beautifully today, huh, Frank?
Yeah, it's going to be a great day. Going to be windy, going to be breezy, but it's going to be a nice day. Look live right now from our Fox 19 Skycam network, and we are dry, no issues. Our Storm Tracker Skycam network, our Race St. Clair rooftop cam, 47 degrees. Look at that blue sky, sunshine on the way. Sun will officially arrive at 9 o'clock this morning. Okay, let's take a look. Radar and satellite is all quiet on the home front. We've got nothing going on. Back to our west, 44 degrees here in the Queen City this morning, 44 Lexington, 46 Indianapolis. We are in the low 40s to a couple upper 30s. You know, Lunkin always gets a little cooler, 39 east of town, out towards Kellogg as well, 41 degrees out at our International Airport. Numbers will start to rise now. We're mostly clear. You're going to have sun glare. Grab the sunglasses, folks. 62 degrees at noontime today. I would take that for our high, but we'll do 10 better. 72 with those warm breezes. Great day for yard work, that's for sure. If you can get out a little earlier, maybe get that lawn mowed at 3 o'clock, 68 degrees, 5 o'clock, 72. Plenty of sun, but breezy. Okay, let's get over to Denise Johnson. She's watching our morning commute. It's sponsored by CarStar. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Frank, and good morning, everyone. Looking pretty good out there for the most part. You're starting to slow down, but in those typical spots, we do have some construction that's going to start today, so be aware of this because it's going to last all the way through August 1st. Clough Pike to between Ivy and Glen Estee, Withamsville in the westbound direction. They're going to have lanes closure down to 1 lane starting today, so they have those detours posted, which is Ivy Point on over to Glen Estee, Withamsville. You'll use those roads actually to detour around. 71, 75 right now. You are slow from Dixie on down to the bridge. It's taking you about 12 minutes. It's not as solid as it was a few minutes ago, but again, it's already slowing down there for you this morning, heading inbound on 471. 5 minutes. Let's jump outside at 75, taking a quick look at 75, slowing down right around that Allen Road overpass, and then again on at the Ronald Reagan Merge, and then a little further south, right around that Mitchell ramp. You can see that traffic hitting their brakes there. So those are the slow spots on 75 right now. It is 7:02. Robin, Jackie.
All right, thanks so much, Denise. Happening today, a Pittsburgh high school remains closed after almost 24 students were stabbed.
We have multiple stab victims inside the school and outside the school.
16-year-old Alex Reibel will be charged as an adult. He's accused of attacking 21 students and a security guard. 5 students are critically hurt.
My one friend got cut across the face. We don't know how she's doing.
There was just blood everywhere. I just ran. I didn't know what else to do.
A photo of Reibel being taken into custody. Take a look at that. Looks like he is shackled somewhat. The attack only lasted about 5 minutes. The 16-year-old ran through multiple classrooms, stabbing students. One student pulled a fire alarm to clear the school. An assistant principal allegedly tackled rival to end that rampage. He had help from a security guard and one student, too.
A new poll looking at the Bible, it shows an increased number of Americans consider it the teachings of men rather than the Word of God. 1 in 5 people don't think that the book is divinely inspired. About 20% of Americans read the Bible, though, at least 4 times a week. And an interesting story from China. This is just bizarre. So an artist auctioning off a glass jar of clean air. He bottled the air while visiting southern France, and he sold it for nearly $900. Yeah, the artist did it as a form of protest, saying that air should be the most valueless commodity, free to breathe for all. Well, the IRS scandal based here in the Tri-State Center stage once again in Washington. The decision's being made today. Next.
And take a look at this. A driver walks away after being hit by a concrete truck.
Oh.
Imagine seeing that out of your front windshield. We're going to show you the entire incident unfolding after the break.
It was really hard. He's my first child, so it was extremely hard for me to just kind of process everything.
Also ahead, the search for a man who drove into a Florida daycare. Coming up next in the Fox 19 Morning News. That'd be my worst.
Good morning, everyone. It is beautiful outside. If you haven't stepped outside recently, you might want to try it.
Yeah, and actually this morning I went out, I had like a little hoodie on, really, really light, and I think later today I won't even need that. So.
All right. Stick around for Frank's forecast because it is changing for tomorrow. Right now, Florida police looking for a driver who caused a car to crash into a daycare.
Yeah, take a look at the scene. A young girl killed and 14 other people were injured, most of them children. Robert Corchado is believed to have been behind the wheel. He's been arrested 8 times since 2000.
I was scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. Petrified.
That vehicle was pushed through the building, and that's how we got the injuries.
Now, here's a close look at inside the daycare. You can see a path of destruction left behind from the crash. Now, Corchado's Durango was found almost 2 hours later. Investigators worry he may try and leave the country. New this morning, the death toll from the Washington mudslide now stands at 36. 32 of the bodies have been identified. 10 people remain missing from the Square Mile mudslide. President Obama will be visiting the area on April 22nd, exactly 1 month after the slide. Oh. Can you imagine?
No, that's
heart-stopping
crazy.
dash cam video from Texas. You can see the concrete truck swerving to miss a car at the intersection.
Wow.
The video freezes the moment the truck slams into the car. Incredibly, the man who's looking at that truck through his windshield barely had a scratch.
That's frightening. I can't even imagine being the driver of that car. I don't even know. Oof.
You know, details of big changes coming to Procter & Gamble will explain.
And we'll hear from Oscar Pistorius as he talks about the night that he killed Reva Steenkamp, coming up next in the Fox 19 Morning News.
Now, with the new Fox 19 mobile app, you'll never be without Fox 19 News. From fox19.com to text and email alerts for breaking news and weather. Fox 19 News, it's all right here in the palm of your hand. Reserve your ticket now to win the 2014 St. Jude Dream Home, presented by your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Honda dealers. Fox 19 Storm Tracker Weather is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a
Take
big,
a look at this
big day yesterday.
Take a look at this clip, shall we?
Well, we're gonna. I guess we're gonna see the picture first.
Take a look at that.
Who's that?
Do you guys recognize that?
No.
That's Meg Ryan.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it is.
We were at
dinner last night at the Metropole downtown.
That's right.
Rob and Jackie and I and a couple buddies.
And actually, my buddy Steve Daniluk, He spotted her.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's the zoom in.
Yeah, now you can tell it's her.
Yeah.
He spotted her immediately when she walked into the door.
Yeah, he was like, oh my gosh, there's Meg Ryan. And we were all like, what are you talking about?
And
then
we
were
turned
like,
around and
oh.
there was Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
And I was the crazy guy. I'm like, I was pretending I was texting on my phone, but I had the phone like going
He
up.
did.
To,
He was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna get
exactly.
this. He's like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
But
We
and
were
then
like,
he gets
okay.
nervous. Oh, put it away.
Well,
Put it away.
and then he's like, okay, so she has security with her, or people who seem like they were with her.
Yeah.
And he's like going, look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. So they're gonna rip that phone out of your hands. Put that phone away.
Oh my goodness.
Because you can see him doing that, right? Look what I got.
Yeah.
Look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got.
I was excited.
It was kind of just like that.
It was.
You were trying to be a secret
know.
taking,
But
right?
we don't know why
she's in
why she's in town.
Yeah.
But of course, Meg Ryan is infamous for, or famous for Harry Met Sally.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the iconic movies of our time.
Together, what, 3 weeks?
A month. How did you know that?
You take someone to the airport, it's clearly the beginning
Can
of
we
a
turn this up?
relationship. That's why I have never taken anyone to the airport at the beginning of a relationship.
Why?
Because eventually things move on, and you don't take someone to the airport. And I never wanted anyone to say to me, how come you never take me to the airport anymore?
It's amazing. You look like a normal person, but actually you are the angel of death.
Are you gonna marry him?
We have only known each other for a month, and besides, neither one of us is looking to get married right now.
I'm getting married.
That is truth, right?
What was that, 88?
I'm going to say it's a little, 88, I'm going to say.
88,
Yeah, I think it's
87?
around
How old is she now, do you think? Is she?
I
Probably
think
50.
49. I
Yeah.
thought I saw something 49, 48.
Okay. I was wondering.
Yeah.
She's watching you. She looks like she's 30.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's
25.
what's amazing, though, is that is true. For some reason, taking someone to the airport is like a big deal.
Well, you said this the other day. You said that you will only take close friends to the airport.
Right. Steve and Tiffany. That's it.
Well,
Not
I'm
taking anyone-
taking Jackie.
But then
know, I
he
was
told
hoping
me,
he'd see me today, so-
he goes, don't ask me because I don't want your feelings to be hurt.
I know. And the fact that you
That
said
was a
Steve and
private
Tiffany, it's like,
conversation.
oh.
That was a
Okay.
private
I know,
conversation.
all three of us were just kind of like, oh,
Anyway,
we're not
Meg
special
Ryan, there
enough
you go.
to be.
That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it was exciting. It was exciting.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They were both
Especially
freaking out
here.
really bad.
You
Yeah.
know, you just never expect.
Never know. Hey, 14 after 7. Let's get a look at where we're going today. Gorgeous.
And
day
it
out
was
there.
just about as exciting as when we met Harry Connick Jr.
Yes, but she wasn't eating an ice cream sundae like Harry Connick was.
That's right.
47 right now from our Banshee camera this morning. Looking nice. No major concerns or issues for you. Our winds are out of the south at 16. I tell you what, Hollywood's coming to Cincinnati, that's for sure. We're looking good. No major concerns or issues for you out and about. Let's take a look. Radar and satellite at this hour. We are clear, everybody. Off to the west, big area of high pressures in control right now. That bubble of no trouble. And it's keeping us sunny and dry. We will increase the clouds a little bit later this evening, and that's going to set up rain going into the day tomorrow. 41 now at our International Airport. Our winds are out of the south at 7. We'll get up to about 72 today. How about that? Yeah, right? 43 Fairfield, 43 Alexandria, 43 Walton. Good looking morning out there. Hour by hour, let me take you through it. Now, right now at 40, clear skies. Getting into the afternoon, we'll be around 62 degrees by noon, a few high clouds. It's going to be windy, though, today. 72 with a sun cloud mix and warm. 70 then going into that 7 o'clock hour. Now, your Storm Tracker 7-day outlook where your weekend is always in view. We're at 72 today. Rain moves in tomorrow morning. Thunderstorms and rain showers tomorrow afternoon. It will be breezy, 66. That rain tapers tomorrow evening. There will be a few showers still around for the beginning of tomorrow night's Reds and Tampa Bay Rays game, but I think those showers get out of here. Saturday, a little more cloud cover, 70, 75 Sunday, and then much cooler into next week in the low 50s. So your weekend, not bad. 70 on Saturday. Some models throw in a shower. I think we just see more clouds. The rain on Sunday is late at 75 for a high. So Saturday morning, sports, soccer, no problems. 60 at noon, 70 at 4, a partly cloudy sky. And then getting into Sunday, warm, 63 after Sunday service for yard work at noon, 75 in the evening. Clouds increase, rain moves in after sunsets Sunday. 17 after 7, here's Denise Johnson now. She's watching our morning commute. Sponsored, Denise, by CarStar. Good morning.
Yeah, well, good morning. Well, I was just looking at the online here. Columbia Parkway between Kemper and Taft, there's reported an accident involving a deer. So that might be why it's a little yellow as you're heading inbound there this morning and slowing down just a little bit on Columbia Parkway. So just be aware of that if you're heading inbound on Columbia Parkway. Let's jump outside, take a live look. Look at this. You got the sun. Look at that sun. Look at this, guys. See that sunshine out there? 71, 75 as you're heading through the cut in the hill. That's what you're going to be dealing with today for a while, but that's okay. We're not going to complain about it. And again, you're starting to hit your brakes right around Buttermilk as you're heading towards the bridge there this morning. But again, it's for a good reason. You got the sun in your eyes. 70 right up on 275 around Loveland Madeira. Things picking up just a little bit, not looking bad. Jumping over onto 275 right around Coleraine, pretty quiet there. Inbound on 74, not looking bad right now. That's right around Coleraine, and then all the way out to around Harrison, Shepherd Creek in that area, not seeing delays. 75, seeing those normal delays right around that Allen Road overpass. Again, just down around Mitchell, especially exiting off to Mitchell, and 75 right at that Ronald Reagan merge. It is 7:18. Robin, Jackie, back to you.
Thank you very much. It is 7:18. New this morning, the FBI saying its elite hostage team rescuing a North Carolina man in Atlanta. Frank Jansen was being held at an apartment complex. The FBI not releasing exact details of the rescue or why Jansen was being held hostage. The victim is now back with his family. And today, a House committee voting on whether to hold a former IRS official in contempt of Congress.
Yeah, Lois Lerner previously headed the IRS division here in Cincinnati. She's refusing to answer any questions about her department, singling out Tea Party applications. A criminal referral letter now sits on Attorney General Eric Holder's desk.
This is really an act of political theater to add drama and melodrama by having this secret proceeding on the eve of the gathering by Mr. Issa of the Oversight Committee.
Lerner is the focus of an investigation by 2 congressional committees. The Justice Department looking into possible criminal prosecution.
New this morning, another massive fire breaking out in Boston. Shortly, you're going to see video taken from people watching in the streets. You're going to see fire ripping through the home and then forming into a gigantic ball of fire on the roof there. The fire started in one building and quickly jumped to a car, then jumped to other buildings.
Everybody coming in smelled like smoke, and so we started asking what's going on. And after the loss of those 2 firemen,
we were fortunate it only went to 3 buildings. If we had the wind like we had the past couple of weeks, this could have been a lot more serious.
Firefighters were dealing with issues fighting it because one car was parked in front of a fire hydrant, so that's what they had to do. It's a BMW too. They had to break through the windows to get their hose to it. New information about Tamerlan Tsarnaev, the suspected mastermind of the Boston Marathon bombings. The LA Times is reporting that Tsarnaev tried changing his name to Muez last January. That's the last name of a Russian freedom fighter. Insiders speculating it may have been a sign of his radicalization. The Boston Marathon bombings killed 3 people and wounded more than 260 others.
New this morning, a bomb exploding outside a bank in Athens. No one was hurt. It took place just before sunrise this morning and could be heard for miles. Now, local news outlets were warned a short time before that the explosion was a bomb placed outside of the offices. Happening now, prosecutors grilling Olympic runner Oscar Pistorius. He is on the stand right now being questioned about the night Riva Steenkamp was killed. Prosecutors trying to cast doubt on Pistorius' claim that he accidentally shot Steenkamp.
Out of fear, I didn't have time to think. I discharged my firearm. I didn't shoot at anyone. I didn't intend to shoot at someone. I shot out of fear, my lady.
Well, graphic photos from the scene were shown in the courtroom. Pistorius claimed that he didn't need to look at the photos because he was there.
New this morning, a Southern California city declaring sriracha and a factory that makes it a nuisance. Operators have 90 days to fix problems with odors the plant creates. The decision came despite an air quality expert saying progress is already being made toward a solution. Procter & Gamble selling off a few big brands.
Yeah, Fox 19's Jessica Brown is live at P&G headquarters with the details. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Rob. You guys are exactly right. We're talking major pet food brands here. Iams, Natura, Eukanuba, all being sold to the company Mars for close to $3 billion. Now, Mars is a candy company, but it's also a pet food company, has brands such as Pedigree, so this could be a good fit for them. Now, Procter & Gamble says pet food business for them has struggled a little bit lately, so they want to focus now on their core business. Of course, it's everything from beauty care to fabric care to health care and also grooming supplies. So that's why they're selling again to Mars for close to $3 billion. They're hoping to close this deal, though, at the end of 2014 here. Now, the question is, what's going to happen to those employees that work for these P&G programs and businesses that sell pet food, especially in Cincinnati? There's more than 300 of them based out of Mason. As of now, it's not clear whether they're going to be shifted over to Mars or if there will be job cuts. Of course, that's something that we're going to be following here on Fox 19 and on fox19.com. We're live downtown. Jessica Brown, Fox 19 Balance News.
Jessica, thank you.
And happening today, a tradition unlike any other begins the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. It is considered golf's premier tournament. It is the first time in 20 years Tiger Woods will not be playing. Some other names to look out for: Bubba Watson, Rory McIlroy, and Phil Mickelson. Now take a look at these. The Masters showing its cute side. Golfers warming up in practice rounds with their kids. Oh, these are adorable.
They are.
The little kids are wearing the traditional caddy uniform and even taking some turns on the greens. Ryan Moore's son Tucker looks like he's even working on his victory walk. Oh, that's so cute.
Very nice.
Love those photos.
It is 7:23. Here's what you need to know to start your day.
Happening today in Pittsburgh, Franklin Regional Senior High School closed today. That is where a 16-year-old went on a stabbing rampage.
Now on to South Africa. Oscar Pistorius once again taking the stand. There was a live look inside the courtroom. Prosecutors trying to prove he knowingly killed his girlfriend, Reba Steenkamp.
Next to Indian Hill, you're taking a look at the city's fire department. Now the investigation around a mansion fire is still going on.
Now let's give you a live look outside. Sun shining. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to hit highs in the 70s, mostly sunny.
Now let's check out the roadways for you before you head into work. Actually, Denise will have your traffic report coming up in a little bit, but that's what you need to know to start your day. We'll be right back.
Balanced news in high definition. The Fox 19 Morning News.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to the Fox 19 Morning News at 7:30. I'm Jackie Jane.
And I'm Rob Williams. We just showed you that beautiful looking shot of downtown Cincinnati. The sun is shining. In fact, if you're driving on Cutting the Hill, you might want to grab the shades.
Yeah, definitely. Some of those traffic cams, you could definitely see a glare, but it's going to be a really nice day today.
Right, Frank?
It's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous day. In fact, look right now from our Springdale camera there at Maple Knoll Communities. We're looking sunny. The sun is shining. It is bright. Nice day to get out for a walk. It's going to be breezy. You know what? What about lunch outdoors today? How's that sound? A little al fresco dining, 27 after 7. So here's the deal. Now, the winds will pick up a little bit this afternoon. So I've got a warm wind for us going into the afternoon, just like a weatherman. A lot of hot air out there today. Sunny skies on the way this afternoon. I will throw in a little bit more in the way of some high clouds, partly cloudy towards evening. A wet Friday is on tap, everybody. We look at rain moving in tomorrow morning. Those rain showers will be around with us, so keep that in mind off and on through the afternoon tomorrow. Radar and satellite after this hour is all quiet. We look back to the west, just some high clouds. 44 degrees Cincinnati, 44 Lexington, 43 in and around Columbus. So temperatures at this hour were 46 Batavia. Middletown's at 40, 41 CVG. Let me stand on this side. I've only been doing this for 14 years. I don't know what side to go on the map. 40 at 8 a.m., 62 at noon. We're 72 at 4. The first part of the day, a lot of sun. I'll go more partly cloudy into the evening hours. Windy. Sun sets tonight, 8-11. Rain chances won't be until late tonight into tomorrow morning. So a wet Friday on tap, Denise. But today, spectacular. How are we looking on those roadways?
Well, you know what? Things are slowing down out there, but the nice thing is, Frank, that sun is out this morning in full force, but that's partially why you're seeing some of those delays out there. Also, we had some reports of an accident involving a deer being struck, and that was on Columbia Parkway around Taft, so watch for a little bit of a slowdown if you're heading inbound there this morning. Could cause you just a little bit of a headache there in that direction. If you're heading southbound on 75, not looking too bad. Bunching up again. Allen Road to 275, then at the Ronald Reagan merge. No big delays just yet. Still looking at 20 minutes. As far as southbound 71, not looking bad either. 18 minutes is your travel time. Now that's from 275 all the way into downtown. Now as far as heading in, northbound 71, 75, seeing those brake lights, 17 minutes at 25 miles an hour and slowing down mostly Buttermilk on down to the bridge. And you have the sun in your eyes as you round the bend there right through Kyle's heading into downtown. 275 right around Loveland, which the good news is not seeing any delays there right now. 729, Robin, Jackie.
Denise, thank you very much. New this morning, a barn fire under investigation in Walton. Take a look at the scene earlier this morning. Crews called to the area at about 3:30. It took firefighters from several departments to fight that fire. It was happening in the 13,000 block of Green Road. Right now, firefighters are not saying how that fire started, but they do say the barn is severely damaged. And we heard our Tom Narker say earlier that some small animals were killed, no big animals like horses or cows. He said it looked like it was a stable. New information about a murder in Walnut Hills.
Yeah, police identified the victim overnight. He's 20-year-old Cameron Thompson on your screen right now. Police say that he was found shot in the grass near the 700 block of East McMillan. At last check, no arrests have been made. If you can help police, please call Crime Stoppers. The phone number on your screen, 513-352-3040. Happening now, police searching for suspects in connection with an over-the-Rhine stabbing. The 19-year-old stabbed multiple times outside the Motor Pub late last night. He was not in the bar.
And happening today, a Pittsburgh high school will be closed. Yesterday, 16-year-old Alex Rybel allegedly stabbed 21 students and a security guard. 5 kids are critically hurt right now. Rybel will be charged as an adult for attempted homicide and aggravated assault. And happening now, the school attack making security a top priority for parents around the country. Some districts around here are looking into arming teachers, while others are considering to add armed officers.
If you've got kids even having a thought of something like that, seeing a uniform is much of a deterrent. So those deputies walking the hallways, interacting with the kids, hopefully it'll avoid us having a situation here.
Many of the districts we spoke with saying they're updating their security plans.
Now to the latest on the search for that missing Malaysian airliner, planes and ships closing in on a smaller area. Just into the newsroom, crews detecting underwater signals. Searchers have now found multiple signals consistent with a plane's data recorder. These new pings are in the same area as ones found earlier this week. And a 7-day California cruise turns into one sick adventure. More than 50 people aboard the Crown Princess cruise from LA to Santa Barbara became sick with a stomach virus. The local county health director boarded the ship to determine if it was safe for passengers to leave.
We believe this is something called norovirus, which is a relatively mild gastrointestinal illness. Does cause some vomiting and can cause some diarrhea. So it's not something that we're extremely concerned about. We have it in just the general community all the time.
The CDC says noroviruses are often associated with cruise lines because of close living quarters on board. Outbreaks are found and reported more quickly on a cruise ship than on land.
Do you see any flames or smoke coming from the building?
Yeah, the house is on fire. I'm watching it right now burn.
It's been 4 months since a mansion in Indian Hill went up in flames. The 10,000 square foot home with 22 rooms, now only rubble. Now the investigation continues into what caused the home to catch fire.
Yeah, Fox 19's Kelly Rippin live in front of Indian Hills Fire Department with the details. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Rob and Jackie. Indian Hill has been working with Madeira as well as the Ohio State Fire Marshal's office to determine what could have potentially caused this fire, causing close to $4 million worth of damage. Now, we were told that the State Fire Marshal's office at 90 days must release a potential cause for this fire if it's over $5,000 worth of damage, and arson may be a possibility. Today marks that 90-day mark. Now, we were just told actually by one of the firefighters that walked past us here from Indian Hill. He said he can't tell us anything new, but confirmed that the State Fire Marshal's office is still ruling this as undetermined and the investigation will continue. He mentioned to us that that 90-day mark is really just to make sure that the investigation continues and that nothing gets swept under the rug and no one is affected by the investigation not continuing. So unfortunately, no real answers yet onto what caused that fire. Again, that happened back in January, and that was 90% of the home was damaged by that fire, which is why they're having such a difficult time determining what potentially caused that. We are live this morning in Indian Hill. Kelly Rippin, Fox 19 Balance News.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much.
New this morning, changes coming to Panera restaurants. The CEO recognizing that Panera is losing money because of how people order food. Their solution is called Panera 2.0. Over the next several years, customers will be able to use their mobile devices so their food can be ready to go at a certain time. Sounds like a good idea. Well, have you heard about this? Sweden introducing a 6-hour workday. It is rolling out to government. Yeah, we like that in here.
That would be the whole show. See,
I know, exactly. That'd be the whole show and then we'd leave. Well, as a study, one department will work 6 hours and another will work 7. If shorter days prove to be more efficient, then the move will go nationwide. And how about over here in the U.S.?
I like that. Are you ready for some football? The Bengals preseason schedule is out. The Bengals open the preseason in Kansas City, but the highlight is week 3. The Bengals take on Carson Palmer's Arizona Cardinals on national TV. They'll host the Jets and the Colts week 2 and week 4.
I hate preseason. Just get to the.
I know.
Yeah, it's a complete waste of time.
I know. Right?
Let's take a look at our web video of the day. One couple's epic save the date. Take a look at this. See on that bridge.
Is there a video of this on here?
Here's what they sent out to people.
That's being done.
Well, I don't care. They get large parties and I like fun.
Stop this and move down to my next email.
This is so intimate. Small parties, there isn't any privacy.
Let's get faded. Libraries for like 6 days. Gold bottles, soul models, spilling ace on my sick days. Behave, just might let you meet gay.
This is a little long.
Yeah.
I don't know if it changes if you know the people.
Are these the people who are getting married?
I don't know.
Yeah, it must be.
Okay, so I'm sure, you know what, if you know both those people.
Besides that.
Yeah. It'd probably be pretty funny.
Yeah,
if you knew them. But for us, we're kind of like, whoa, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. How much
That's
is that
a lot. That's a lot.
Photograph.
I know, right?
How much did that cost to make?
I don't want to know. That was like well
maybe that's
done.
what they do for a living.
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
That's what he does.
It's well done video.
Here's a postcard with a picture of us.
I know. I have 8 of them
Save
on
the
my
date.
fridge right now.
Let's take a look at yesterday's Rob's Riddle. It is Princess Diana was vice president of what British society?
Oh.
The British Red Cross.
And our winner, Aaronette Gray. You have won 4 tickets to the Cincinnati Museum Center. Congratulations. And if you want to play Rob's Riddle, just go to 41919deals.com. Our next Rob's Riddle coming up.
Meteorologist Frank Marzullo and Fox 19 Storm Tracker weather.
Hi, everybody. 40 past 7 now. Good morning. Look at this live look from downtown Cincinnati. It is a gorgeous morning. Plenty of blue skies, a lot of sunshine. We got a good looking afternoon on tap. This is going to be the case through the day. 41 degrees Middletown right now. Your 41 Lunkin, 44 CVG. These numbers on the way up. Let's take a look at your mobile weather app today with that blue sky and sunshine through this morning. We'll be at 58 at 11 a.m. 1 o'clock, 64. Maybe take the little ones who aren't going to school out to the zoo today. Maybe at Eden Park. Nice little walk. 69 degrees, 3 o'clock, 72 at 5. I'll call it partly cloudy skies towards the evening. The one little caveat here today, going to be breezy going into the afternoon. A little bit windy, but a warm wind. 40 past 7. Just switched to 41 past 7. Here's the lovely and talented Denise Johnson tracking your traffic, and you've got some problems out there, huh, Denise?
Well, there is an accident right now. It's just reported on 71 just before the Lytle Tunnel. I didn't see it on the cameras. As far as let's jump outside and take a live look at the cameras so you have a better idea. I kind of moved around on all the cameras now. These are a little bit further north, but as far as heading in that southbound direction, you are on and off your brakes all the way from around 275 on 71. This is down right around Red Bank through the Kenwood Cut in the Hill, up around the Kenwood Town Center and right there at Red Bank. Now, as far as heading into downtown, I wasn't seeing any delays. This is around Taft. I kind of rolled through all the cameras. You got the sun in your eyes. Look at that shot down on Fort Washington Way. If you're heading towards Columbia Parkway there this morning, this is what you're going to be looking at. But then again, it's off to a nice day for you out there this morning. 75 is bunching up right there around that Allen Road overpass, again at the Ronald Reagan merge, and still slow as you're exiting off onto Mitchell. So again, just watching that, and I'll keep looking for that accident on southbound 71. We'll watch for that. 742, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Denise. Happening today across the tri-state, former Bengal Artel Hawkins goes on trial. He is charged with domestic violence, accused of kicking in the basement door of his estranged wife's home. His non-jury trial expected to begin at 9.
Also happening today, women 25 and under competing in the Catch a Rising Star contest. It's all part of the Sweet Adelines International Regional Competition. You can watch starting at 6:30 at the Northern Kentucky Convention Center. Today across the region, crews will return to the scene of an Evansville fire. Take a look at that. Several buildings were damaged, but it did not appear that anyone was hurt. Investigators still looking for a cause.
Tickets go on sale today for Sir Paul McCartney's Out There tour in Louisville. He's there on June 26th. Price ranges from $30 to more than $250. Seems like a pretty good show, though. And happening today across the nation, this is a weird story. A Houston woman convicted of murdering and stabbing her boyfriend to death with her stiletto heel. She could testify during the sentencing phase of her trial. Prosecutors say that Ana Trujillo pinned down her boyfriend and stabbed him at least 25 times with a 5.5-inch heel. Well, the Justice Department releasing its report on the troubled Albuquerque, New Mexico Police Department.
Yeah, the year-long investigation looks at civil rights violations and excessive use of force.
7:43 now, and still to come, the plans to get humans on Mars moving forward.
Also, a recap of American Idol as the singers rocked the 80s. You watched some of this.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. Killed it.
Well, we're going to have more on that coming up. Now let's take a look at today's Rob's Riddle. You can play at 41919deals.com. What well-known singer, songwriter dedicated Candle in the Wind to fit her? Think about that. We're back in a moment.
Fox 19 Storm Tracker weather is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places.
Good morning, everyone. A major traffic snag this morning. Denise, tell us about that.
Well, that is southbound 71. Now, that's just after the 471 ramp. You can see they have the traffic completely blocked right now. It is blocking the 2 lanes. Looks like 2 cars are involved. I had to hunt down the cameras to find everything.
I mean,
so
that's shut down.
Yeah,
Huh?
it is right now. And then look at that. He's moving the car out of the way so he can open.
Oh, look how he's, I never
I know.
knew they do
It
that.
is interesting to watch sometimes what they, so, you know, obviously there were no injuries, because if there were injuries, they wouldn't be allowed to do that.
My question for you is this. Do the cars there have to wait, even though the cars moved out of the way, for the police officer to give them a go before they start traveling?
Well, I would think.
Yeah.
And we might not be able to see an officer there. So as far as watching that now, hopefully they'll at least get, it'll still only be 1 lane open. So that is just before you get to the Lytle Tunnel. It is already seeing, you know, starting to really see some of that traffic back up. So that's, the problem is that's right downtown.
Yeah, maybe he's going to open it up now.
Yeah, and you can see one person standing out of the car there with the other car that's into the wall. So we'll see what happens here, and the police officer should, you know, reopen that up.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
I would be impatient. I would go.
You would, and then everybody would be like, "Who is that?"
They won't arrest you.
I know. Want to make sure everybody's okay, and be like, "Okay, it's clear."
Weather-wise, you saw the sun there.
Yo, it's beautiful. Sun is out, and things are looking good. Oh, you know, take that shot again, real quick, the traffic shot, because it looks like the cars are moving now.
Yeah,
Look at that.
they opened 1 lane.
Oh, they opened 1 lane, yeah.
It's open now.
Very
Not
nice.
completely open.
There you
Not
go. Well, it's
completely.
happening right now, so you got to look at it. There you go.
I'm sure some of those drivers are like,
Yeah, but it's
that
still,
could have been bad.
It's still only 1 lane.
Okay.
That's only 1 lane open.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, so it's going to still be
46
congested.
degrees. It's like the weather. You want to see what's happening now? Sunshine out there. Looking beautiful. No major concerns. Hey, radar and satellite this morning. You know, that's the thing. When we're on the air, things happen. And we've got you covered. 49 after 7 with you all local all morning long. Radar and satellite right now showing that cloud cover. Very limited. 44 degrees Cincinnati, 44 Lexington, 46 Indianapolis this morning. That cloud cover is moving off to the east. We're going to have a few high filtered clouds from time to time. 41 degrees. Your temperature feels like 36, though, with that wind chill. A little bit of a breeze there this morning. 42 cold rain. You're 43 Alexandria this morning. Good morning, Mason. You're at 44. All in all, good-looking morning out there. No major concerns. 40 degrees, clear skies at 7:15. We work towards noontime, 62 degrees under sunny skies. Now, into the afternoon, going to get up to 72. I'll take 62, but you know what? You want to do 10 better, Mother Nature? Let's do it. High pressure in control, but we are going to watch some clouds increase towards evening, partly cloudy at 7 p.m. 7-day storm tracker forecast now, where your weekend is always in view. We're at 72 degrees on your Thursday, 66 Friday. Rain showers move in tomorrow morning, and then on and off through the day tomorrow. Saturday is dry at 70 for the most part. We will see a little more cloud cover, may spit out a shower, but I think we stay dry Saturday. 70, 75 Sunday. Warm, breezy before a front moves through Monday, bringing more rain and then cooler air in the low to mid-50s. You know, Denise, we could see maybe a half an inch to an inch of rainfall out of some of that rain tomorrow. Right now, dry roads and traffic, it's moving again.
Yeah, it is moving. You can see they opened 2 lanes. So as that police officer pushed one of the cars that was blocking the center lane out of the way. So again, it is a working scene, and that is just before you get to the Lytle Tunnel heading into downtown. It is going to cause some delays this morning because, again, anytime you take even 1 lane away on the roadways, it's going to cause all that traffic to merge over. So as far as that traffic heading, you can see southbound into downtown as they zoom the camera out there for you. Some of those areas still slow. They might even be looking for another issue out there this morning, but traveling into downtown, you're going to run into those delays. This is just a little bit further back in the back up there, right around Elsinore, heading in that southbound direction. So we'll keep watching and let you know when things change on 71. The rest of Tri-State, typical slow spots. 7:51, back to you.
Thank you very much. New in the newsroom this morning, the NBA coming to Louisville. Jessica's going to like this, or Jessica Brown's going to like this. The Miami Heat will play New Orleans, the Pelicans, in a preseason game at the KFC Yum Center. She's a huge Heat fan. The game is in October. Tickets go on sale next Saturday. Of course, the Miami Heat has LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, but Anthony Davis for the Pelicans will be playing his first game in Kentucky since his time at the University of Kentucky.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. Happening now, Hamilton Township in a state of fiscal emergency, and there's a review being planned.
Well, the state auditor says an audit shows that the books weren't adding up under the previous fiscal officer. The books will now be reviewed by the Financial Planning and Supervision Commission.
I think the auditor's office had to do this was pretty clear from the statute that we qualified for it, if you will. We're very confident that we can work our way out of it.
Township trustees now have 120 days to develop a financial plan to be approved by the state. Criminal charges are possible. All right, so your pets are no longer going to be using P&G products.
That's right. Our Jessica Brown is live at P&G headquarters downtown to explain. Jessica, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Jackie. That's right, P&G getting out of the pet food business. They're going to be selling their major pet food brands. We're talking Iams, Natura, Eukanuba, all to the company Mars for close to $3 billion. Now, Mars is a pet food company. They already have major brands such as Pedigree, so this could be a good move for them. As for Procter & Gamble, though, they say the pet food business has kind of been quite a bit of a struggle for them lately, so they want to focus on their core business. Of course, that means their beauty care, their fabric care, their grooming supplies, things of that nature. So that's why they're selling again to Mars for close to $3 billion. Now, you may be thinking, hey, P&G have been selling a lot of their companies lately, and they have over the last several years. We're going to show you a graphic here. In 2012, they sold Pringles to Kellogg's. In 2009, they sold a pharmaceutical business for more than $3 billion. And in 2008, they sold Folgers, Jif, and Sunny Delight. Now, of course, this is their latest sell, selling pet food brands Iams, Natura, and Eukanuba to Mars for close to $3 billion. They're hoping to close this deal by the end of 2014. We are live downtown. Jessica Brown, Fox 19 Balance News.
All right, thanks so much, Jessica.
GE could be bringing more than 1,000 new jobs to our area. The Inquirer is reporting the company wants to expand. An announcement could come later today. GE is reportedly looking at Oakley, Mason, or the Banks as possible locations for its new project, but it's not commenting. Happening today, all those damaged Corvettes on display in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Last car was pulled from a sinkhole yesterday. The owner said, quote, it looked like a piece of foil. The museum will display the cars through August. The ones deemed fixable will be shipped to Michigan for repairs.
NASA is staying focused on getting to the red planet, saying it is on course to land humans on Mars in 20 years. A deep space rocket already being built for the missions. Scientists saying an asteroid will be used as a base to send astronauts to Mars in the 2030s. Well, the debate over man-made climate change is heating up. A new study by non-governmental researchers go against a recent UN report. The papers show warming from greenhouse gases is so small it can't be distinguished from natural variables. It also claims that the cost of trying to limit emissions exceeds the benefits.
The secret is that we're now at 17 years and 8 months of no global warming. Their models have failed year in and year out.
Climate change has been a big focus of the Obama administration, including laws such as the Clean Air Act. Now to the latest from Hollywood, as we are down to the top 8 on American Idol.
Yeah, this week's singers took a blast to the past, singing hits from the 1980s. What's Keith Urban holding up his phone for? None of the remaining Idol hopefuls were even born in the 80s.
I know, right?
Making it a challenge to find a song they could relate to and sing.
I thought it was really fun. It was really cool to see everyone's interpretation of an 80s song because everyone really changed them up, I think.
David Cook was actually really awesome, and he really helped us a lot, like no joke. He seemed like he really cared about our performances, and he spent a lot of time on each of us, and I really appreciated that.
Coming up in about an hour, Q102's Brian Douglas will be joining us to talk about his favorite singers from the night. Now check this out. I saw this, a real-life version of Tony Stark's Iron Man suit. A student in Taiwan used cardboard to create this amazing suit. The young man carved out almost every single detail to make the suit look as real as possible.
And then that's a great Halloween costume because it's pretty light, you know, if it's cardboard.
Yeah, but if it rains, you're done.
Oh, true.
It's made out of cardboard.
Pros and cons. All right, well, is it a sign from God or Mother Nature? Hundreds of people are flocking to St. Mary's Church in northern Indiana to decide for themselves. 4th grade students saw what looked to be a tear on the Virgin Mary statue. Since then, people have been coming to the church to get a better look. Some say it's rain, others say it's a sign.
Kind of like a sign from God, and it shows us that Jesus actually did sacrifice his life for us.
I saw the story on TV and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see it for myself. So it's pretty crazy. It really does look like she has wept a tear.
Well, the pastor of St. Mary's is a little more skeptical. He says he believes in signs from God, but wants to make sure it's the real thing.
We'll keep it right here. Frank has your weather forecast, and it looks beautiful as the Fox 19 Morning News continues.